Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining me. Super excited to see all your beautiful faces. Yay. Keep coming in. Hi, Selena. Hi, everybody. All right. Well, I am officially recording, so Carol can't get mad at me. Yay. Did my job. All right. Well, I'm going to just hop right into tonight's topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And the topic that came to mind for me tonight was staying the course. Now, this is the time of the year when we get a little, and everything feels like it's a little bit weighing on us. And, you know, the end of the year is just around the corner. We have a week left in this month. And sometimes it just gets a little bit tough. And that time where we go, So I wanted to talk about staying the course. And so I looked it up in the dictionary. And the definition of stay the course is to continue a process with effort, even though it's difficult. We'll succeed in the end if we just stay the course. And I thought that to be so fitting, especially for us in our Mary Kay world right now, right? We're always taught right from the beginning, stay the course, do it the Mary Kay way, book, sell, rebook, recruit, stay the course, you know? And when I first had, like, I guess my, you know what, Roger Fish used to call it my quantum leap, he called it, because all of a sudden I was doing nothing to, like, I was something. And he's like, what did you do for your quantum leap? And I always, my answer always was I stayed the course. I did everything the Mary Kay way. And so everyone struggles with motivation, desire, and, you know, at some point in your career, we're all going to struggle with that motivation and our desire. As a side hustler and entrepreneurs, we constantly need to be on point while trying to maintain our busy lives and our business at the same time. Not one of us is able to maintain and motivate all at the same time. It's next to impossible. It's next to impossible to feel motivated and moving and shaken every single day. It's almost impossible. So we, all of us need tips how to build a healthy foundation that is going to set you for life. Okay. And you know, you guys know this, and I've always surrounded myself with strong women who have taught me and motivated me and encouraged me. And I truly encourage you guys to do the same, right? I always sought out to find people who were at the top, who were moving, who were shaking, who were doing things, and who were where I wanted to be. And so I just have always surrounded myself with strong motivational women. So we're not in a get rich quick scheme. Like, if you think that you are in Mary Kay and all of a sudden you're going to be rich overnight, you know, you got another thing coming. But if you do everything the right way, you can have riches for life. Okay. So I want to go over with you just a few tips to help you stay the course and to achieve the goals you had sought out for yourself. Okay. The first tip I want to talk to you about is being goal specific. Okay. I've witnessed over my career and in life, you know, people who develop specific and meaningful goals have a better chance of achieving them. When you sit down and you set out specific goals and you plan the course for them, they're more achievable, right? The most common reason people fail to achieve success is because they establish goals that aren't specific enough for them, and they're not meaningful to them, and they're not going to impact them, right? You got to set goals that are meaningful for you and that light your heart on fire. at some point in these last 11 months, I bet you took some time to set some goals, to dream, to think about all the things that you want in your Mary Kay career. I bet you at some point we lost vision, maybe, or grasp of that dream or that goal. Maybe it just slipped your mind or your motivation just isn't there. Well, now is the time to take that next step and go back, get back on track and stay the course, okay? To make the most of your time and your efforts, you really want to get back on track. So what were they? What were they? What do you need to do to make them happen? Your goals are realistic, and every step you take towards them is making them, it's not only making them a reality, but it's building your foundation. You guys, I want to impress this upon you, but the foundation of your Mary Kay business is not just here for a moment, it's here for life. We want to work on building that foundation so that you have the riches forever, okay? The riches forever. So there's been time after time where each of us, your directors, we've had moments like that, where we have lost track of the goal, where we had to have somebody sit down and say, Raven, where are you? What are you doing? What did you want to do? And how are you going to make it happen? Right? At some point, I have also lost track of my goals. I have given up and I've had to reboot myself as well. Okay. So you are making progress with every step you take. Every step you take, you are making progress to building that foundation for life. So stay motivated and be proud of each of your accomplishments. Okay. All right. So make it a priority. Make it a priority. Treat your goals like an important errand. Like if you have something to do and it's super important, you never forget to do it, right? Make working towards your goals part of your daily routine. If you have to get up, get dressed, get cute, go to JOB, do a little bit of work, you do it. It's a part of your daily routine, right? Make your business a priority. Now, it doesn't matter to me how much you do of your business. I believe with all my heart that if you build a solid foundation, you don't need to do a ton for life. You just need to do some. So treat it like an important errand. Make working towards your goal part of that daily routine. If you work a time, like if you work another job that requires you to always be on for clients, then you're likely going to have a pretty busy schedule, right? And that's going to fluctuate daily. So if you are busy, if you're a mom, or if you are a grandma and you want time with your kids, or maybe you help out and you watch them, or whatever it may be, but if you have another gig that you're always on, your schedule is going to fluctuate. So you have to schedule your side hustle sessions schedule them in the evenings or the weekends. That way you can always focus on your goals and that you have a clear head the next day, okay? The next day when other things come up, you're always going to have that focus and you're going to be able to work your JOB when you need to, be a grandma when you need to, and be a boss babe when you need to, right? So prioritize, because working on your side hustles, it passions you, it fuels you, it excites you. You guys, I bet you there is not one of you that can tell me that when you are fully working your Mary Kay business, that you're not excited, that you're not energized, that you're not in love with what you're doing, because that's what this job does. It just does that to us, right? So if you can constantly remember to watch your favorite TV shows, or scroll your favorite person on Instagram, or check out those Facebook feeds daily, then you can make time to work towards your goals daily, right? I don't know how, but we always seem to find time to scroll Facebook or Instagram. I don't know, but we never have time to do our side hustle. Doesn't make sense, right? So schedule it in. When are you going to do it? Make sure that you are not forgetting about that goal. Okay. Number 3, purpose and perspective. So it takes a certain degree of perspective to succeed on in your business, right? Just think of the word itself, journey. It implies traveling along a path toward a worthy outcome. Your course, your course of staying the course, right? Often people are looking for something easier and quicker that is just not there, and that they want something. People want something that's easy and that they kind of get sidetracked, and that's why people don't often hit their goals, is because they're looking for the quick and the easy. Okay, it is, you have to think about your current goal. What is your current goal right now? What is that non-negotiable that's going to take you from today, May 25th, to June 30th? What are you going to be inspired to do from now until the end of the seminar year and into the summer? Okay, I'll tell you guys a secret. I was told this many moons ago, and it's probably not a secret. I'm sure most of you know about it, but those who work in July and August end up top on the scoreboards. Okay, always July and August, because so many don't. Now, I'll tell you this to be true for so many years, because I used to do a summer beauty school with my unit, and we would do a 12-week course over the summer. And for years, my unit would rank in the top 5 up until December, because we had great Julys and August. Nobody was ever, I mean, I have letters from Ray Patrick back in the day that would say, like, your unit is #1 in the month of July. Your unit was #3 in the month of August. Like that, I'm telling you. So we want to take that momentum from this goal that we're working on right now and carry that through to July and August, September, and carry on through the new seminar year. That is staying the course. That is keeping the Mary Kay cycle alive. Okay, so it is meaningful. It is meaningful, or is it cliche? What is the goal that you're talking about? Are you actually talking about a meaningful goal, or are you talking about a cliche goal? So I'm saying cliche, like one of those ones that you're like, yeah, okay, this year I'm gonna get into my red jacket, or I'm quitting my job and I'm gonna do Mary Kay full time. Okay, you're seeing this and you're thinking you're meaning it, but you haven't booked a party and you haven't seen a face. So is that a meaningful goal, or is that a cliche goal? Okay, those goals have to match up to what you really want. Are they the goals? Are they your goals? Or are they goals that you've heard people say and they sound good? So you're like, yeah, you know what? So Selena said she's going to get in a red jacket, so I should too. I'm going to get into my red jacket, right? And they're not attached to you, okay? A goal is attached to something deep and personal within you. So you guys, from now, for these next 5 weeks, what is a deep and personal goal that you want to accomplish? Make it yours. Maybe it is that red jacket. And maybe you're like, oh, maybe it is a little bit cliche, but maybe there's like that warm and tingly butterfly feeling inside your belly that you're like, oh, maybe it's a little bit more. Okay, act on it. Make sure you measured what's at stake. And if you don't accomplish your goal, then you know why and what's the benefit if you do, right? I don't know about you, but I like to take a look at every benefit, and I like to take a look at every goal and be like, hey, this is why I'm doing this. This is why, blah, 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 whatever the reason, right? So if it's a red jacket, I mean, to me, it's like, okay, I'm going to empower myself, and I'm going to learn how to work with other women and teach them. Because you know what? When I earned my red jacket, I had no clue what I was doing. I had no clue. You guys, I was the worst beauty consultant in the planet. All I knew was to listen. Just listen and be a good student. I guess I wasn't the worst then, because I knew to do that. Okay. So if that's what you want, then focus. This will help you become more focused. If you created, excuse me, I want to ask you a question. So if you created an imaginary stream of income, could you do what needs to be done to accomplish more daily, right? So I heard this on an article I read not too long ago, and I changed it a little bit, and I read it and I was like, oh, but if you created an imaginary stream of income Could you do what needs to be done to accomplish more? All of a sudden, you got this imaginary stream of income and you were like, whoa, this is like exciting. All this money, this extra stuff. Like, yeah, I get to do this and I get to do that. Would you do more to get more? Right? I don't know about you guys, but I certainly would. Right? Would this help you fulfill your purpose and make you better at everything else? Right? Would everything else be easier? Would there be certain things in your life that would be easier? Right? Would you be able to do more if you had this imaginary stream of income? Okay. That's the seriousness I want you to take on these goals, because guess what? You do have an imaginary stream of income. It is there if you work at it. It is there if you work at it. Okay. It is yours for the taking if you are willing to take it. Okay, so the next goal next thing I want to talk to you about is tracking the process. Tracking your process is so important. No matter how much you accomplish, little or large, track the process. How many parties? How many faces? How many career chats? Tracking sheets will allow you to keep yourself accountable by providing a reason to complete a step towards your goal. Whoop, whoop. Knowing that you can rewrite it and your tracking sheet afterwards, looking back at it always excites me, right? When I look at my tracking sheets, I could go back if I went up into my cupboard and I could look at tracking sheets from like 10 years ago because I have them all. Power starts, booking blitzes. Career chats when I could probably find my call 10 for DAQ list, because tracking sheets are there to help you become more accountable for yourself. I love tracking sheets because I can always go back and see what I did. And I can look back right now and I can be like, I'm not doing as much as I did. My production is not as high as it was, blah, blah, blah. And I could look back and I'd be like, whoa, that's why, because I've seen 50 faces and I've seen 20. Yep, that's going to make sense, right? So tracking sheets not only help you reach current goals, but look back and thrive for the new goals and do better for the new ones. I love checklists, you guys. I love checklists. I especially love crossing things off checklists after accomplished tasks. I feel like I write out checklists just to cross things off. I truly thrive at doing them and checking them off. So progression is not always day to day, but over time, you'll be able to see even on your bad days, you'll be able to see your overall development, right? Even on days where you feel like, oh man, I didn't do what I could do, or it wasn't my best day, but you'll do them and you'll look back and you'll be like, okay, you know what? It wasn't my best, but I'm still developing and I'm still working on that foundation, right? Stay the course. Stay the course. I personally aim to track like my goals, my financial goals, my personal. I even track how much water I intake, you guys. Okay. While of course it's not required of anybody to do, but I strongly suggest that you find some tracking sheets. Seeing the evolution of achieving different goals has allowed me to both feel comfort in motivating myself and allowing myself to set new goals and to reflect on the old goals. Knowing what I've done and what I'm capable of doing is always good to see, right? I know that if I look back on tracking sheets and I look at them and I'm like, okay, Raven, you know what? You haven't had the best quarter, but when I look back at last year's quarter, you did this. Okay, so you know what that tells me is that you just got to do a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that, and you can have this, right? You guys get what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So before each month, I generally will look back at the tracking sheet from the previous year and find out what I did, what my obstacles were. I try to increase my goal every year. I try to increase my goal because we always want to become better, right? We always want to do more and be more, and so that's what I try to do. I challenge myself. Look back and see if I'm comparing my numbers to other things and maybe like there was a time I didn't work. For me, there's a lot of different things that I do with my tracking sheets. So I think it's important, even if your tracking sheets have a big fat 0 on it, because that's where you're at right now, I think it's important to have and important to see, because you can't be down on yourself and you're down on your business, or think your business isn't working when in actual fact it's somebody else that isn't working, right? Okay. So next one is find inspiration every day. Find inspiration every day. So feeling inspired is a great way to stay the course and achieve your goals. Inspiration can be found everywhere, you guys. You can get inspiration from your friends, your family. You can get them from like quotes. I know there's a lot of you and a lot of sales directors who find tons of inspiration and quotes and share them, which is amazing. YouTube videos. I mean, the list goes on, you guys. Walking outside, getting fresh air. You can find inspiration in so many different ways, but seeking motivation each day and then allowing it to drive you towards your goals is so important. I also like to watch motivational videos. Reading, I generally will like listen or read to some of my audiobooks in the morning. I've been listening to podcasts. So there's been a lot of great podcasts that have been helping me just stay motivated and find inspiration, right? Sometimes just being silent and just being in your own space and just, whatever it may be. But find what inspires you and use it to spark your magic and allow it to help you work each and every single day towards your goals. Okay. Expectation management. We all have expectations in our lives. We all want the same things out of our lives. We want to be successful. We want to be healthy. We want to be happy. We want to become professional businesswomen. We all want generally amongst us the same things, right? But I believe one of the keys to staying the course lies within the management of your expectations and your circumstances, okay? A goal that's worth the effort will take months and even years to do. A goal that is worth the effort will take months and sometimes even years to do. But it's achievable. Stay the course. When you become frustrated with where you are on a goal or what you're working towards, it's easy to give up. It's easy to give up on that goal. If you were realistic in the first place, you could find joy in seeing faces and holding parties and sharing the opportunity. Find the joy in the small things, the small stepping stones that are working you towards that big goal, whatever it may be, because you would understand that you are one step closer to building that foundation of life by holding those parties and by seeing those faces, right? We're building a foundation for life. We're not just building a get rich scheme right now, today, tomorrow. We're not putting money in your pocket overnight. We're building it for life. We're building it for life. Okay. Whatever you do, take a step towards your goal every single day. And if you fall off a day or two, or 10 or 20, remain steadfast, pursue the goal until it's accomplished. You've heard it before. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your business be. Okay, so it is up to you to find the motivation, to stay inspired, to stay the course. You have 5 weeks left in this seminar year, my friends. 5 weeks. That is a ton of time to accomplish goals. That is a ton of time. Let's stay the course. Remember the Mary Kay plan. You can do it. You can do it. All right. I cannot wait to see all your successes for the end of May and the end of the seminar year, everybody. Thank you for coming on and just, remember, stay the course. Bye, everybody.